Welcome everyone to our Thursday live stream today. As every Thursday, we're doing a training and interview from the series In Conversation With. And today I have a very special guest with me here, Claudia Kaldenbach, a seasoned entrepreneur. She's had businesses for 17 years, guys. That's something to celebrate. And she's also a body transformation coach, right? And today she's coming over to our lovely group, lovely community to talk about how to look after the most important asset in our business, which is ourselves. Right, Claudia? Welcome.
100% agreed.
So, Claudia, how are you doing today? You good?
I'm great.
You've holidays, right?
Yes, I have holidays, but you know me, I don't ever sit still. So there's always something going on in my life.
You're a busy bee. So thank you so much for coming over here and joining us today to share your amazing knowledge with us, and even during your holidays. So tell us a little bit about your story. Who are you? What do you do? Apart from being my amazing client and an absolute expert when it comes to vegan body transformation.
Yes.
So who are you? Share a bit of your story with us.
Yes. Well, first of all, thank you for having me. Really enjoy the Rebel group. I'm a rebel, like most of us here.
Yes, you are.
Always try to find my own way and do my own thing. Oftentimes people don't understand me, but that's all right. As long as I understand what I'm doing myself, then I'm fine. And I started business in 2004.
Okay, let me know if I can help with anything.
Something is happening. Okay.
I think your Siri wants to speak to you.
I didn't know I had a Siri. Anyways, I started in life as a business coach in the financial world. So I helped the financing of startups and had conversations with directors of companies, and already had the idea then of maybe start a business in future. So when I married 30 years ago, I married on special agreements with the idea that I might run a business in future. So in 2004, I actually started my first business, my first serious business. Before that, I already started something else, I guess. I have to look back.
Lots of ideas.
Anyways, it was because of a book. I don't know if you know Rich Dad, Poor Dad.
Yes.
Yeah,
I've got it somewhere here.
And the cash flow quadrant. The cash flow quadrant.
Mm-hmm.
The cash flow quadrant is about that if you spend money on a house, then your money is gone. But it's a good thing to see that you invest money and earn money with it. So with that book alone, it must have been 20, 30 euros. I built my most successful business. It started as a bed and breakfast. So we lived in a detached house for free. And in 2013, I turned it into a group accommodation for families.
Wow.
So 3-4 families can stay there. Granddad and grandmom downstairs, and kids and grandchildren upstairs.
Mm-hmm.
And that really turned out really, really well. So so that's how I started in business.
And how did you start as a coach? What was your when did you make a decision to become a health coach? How did that come about?
Then we go fast forward to the year that COVID came.
Yeah.
I always was busy with business ideas, and I never had only one business. I was always doing several things at a time. You learned me how to focus more, not have 3 businesses anymore, but 2. So that's much better. But it was in the time that COVID came that I realized that I had not taken care of myself. So that's why I wanted you to give the title this, is that we most of the time we're so focused on earning money and making a living. And especially as women, we always have to take care of everything and everyone. We have a to-do list that is huge, and we want to keep all the balls in the air. So we say, I don't know if it's an English expression, but we put ourselves last. And the moment that you do that, and you're not balanced in all areas that make you successful, you forget about your health. And you take the easy way and the quick and unhealthy foods, eating quickly or not taking the time to eat at all.
Yeah.
And in May 2020, I realized that I was at risk because of COVID. So it was no longer that I could talk it. I could compare myself with people that were worse than me. And then I said, oh, well, I look pretty good and I feel good and I have a lot of energy. And I always compared myself with other women. But the fact was that I was 93 kilos. I was obese. I was on medicine for 30 years that runs in the family. So I realized there were two groups that I was at risk. And since my business was down, the holiday home was down because I couldn't host big groups. I told myself, well, maybe now's the time to put myself first. So
that's it.
Yeah, and now the first time of my life, I had the time to really dive deep and see what would work, because I've been an expert at failing at diets before, the 30 years before. But maybe if I didn't do that, I would have been much bigger. So something came off, but it came back on like everyone. So yeah. It's a terrible journey.
I love that you shared this process, because a lot of people struggle with this. You want to grow a successful business, and you've grown 3 successful businesses so far, if not more, probably more. But I love that you shared with us that how, like, that with one point, COVID hit, things weren't going so great. And what was the second thing that took the hit? It was your health. And I think that's very universal, and it happens to so many of us. We want to make a business success, so we stop focusing on our health, and then, or we do, but something goes wrong and our health goes with it. Right?
Yeah. So, and it's so related because I've been studying personal development since our son was born. So since probably about 25 years now, I've read a lot of books, and it's all about having good relationships, feeling happy, of course, earning the money like you want, feeling successful, having a meaning in your life. There are so many aspects. But even if your relationship is not good and there's no fundament, you cannot be successful in a business either. So there must be several aspects in your life that you're focusing on at the same time. So not only on making money,
but you have to incorporate yourself.
You also have to take care of your kids. You also have to be there if you have a partner to work on your relationship. Doesn't come automatic. I know. I will be 30 years marriage.
Congratulations!
In 2 weeks, we will celebrate if we can make it. We make jokes about it, but
you must say congratulations to Gert-Jan from me, and congratulations from me to you. That's beautiful. 30 years married. That's beautiful.
Yes.
And Claudia, I love that you've shared all this, and I know that you've had quite a journey yourself with, getting really excited and sometimes wanting to do all the things. And I think a lot of people can resonate with that. If you're watching live with me, say hi in the comments. I see that we've got William, Heaven, Deborah with us. And share with us. Do you sometimes feel like you get you get lots of ideas, you get really excited, you start working on your business, it doesn't feel like work because you've got all this excitement and you do all the things, and and you started a business because you wanted more freedom, but all of a sudden you find yourself working 14-hour days, you haven't drunk water in 3 days, and your last meal was a kappa soup, right? But it's fine because you're building your business, you're grinding, right? And gym is a thing of a past, and you haven't exercised, and sleep is for losers. Yeah. Who can relate to that? Okay, have you been there before? Because I know I have so many times. Many times, and I know you too, Claudia. And there are some things that we all can do to look after ourselves here, because if we don't, like, especially when you grow a small business, you're the main person in a business, either it's just you or you have a small team, your business is so dependent on how you feel, physically and mentally.
And that's why you have to take care. You have to take good care of yourself, and I think it's important that you don't only plan for your business, but also plan for your personal life, and also plan for your food.
Absolutely. You have to create a vision for the lifestyle you want to have, along with the business you want to have, and the family life and the relationship that you want to have. If one of those things is completely out of whack, everything else will suffer too. Do you find that a lot of the times your clients don't look after themselves because they're looking after other people?
Yes, I see that a lot of times, and it's new for them that I tell them that they should put themselves first, and they should put their food first, because oftentimes when you don't plan, that's when the bad decisions are made, and that's like that's when you're trying to lose weight or take good care of yourself. If you have normal weight, and you still have to nourish your body.
Absolutely, it's a fuel.
So, but you also have to see that you have a break now and then. So if you're like me, I can go in a rabbit hole, and then I'm completely happy. I get lost in time. So if something excites me, I can forget. I can forget the time, and then even
forget that food, toilet, drinks exist, because there is the rabbit hole, the hyper focus.
But somehow
it's a beautiful feeling until
it makes me happy. But you feel that you're in
afterwards. You have a crash.
You feel that you're in a kind of flow, and you cannot stop. But actually, you're not productive at all, because you're losing yourself in it.
Yeah, well, even if you do get lots done and you are very successful at the time, you after that hyper focus and extreme productivity, you crash. And then the feelings of depression, dehydration, and lack of sleep catch up with you. And the amazing successful business you've attempted to build start suffering, and so does your client results, right? And your client relationships, because if your cup isn't full, then you're giving from empty. You can't drive a car without petrol in it, right? You always say that.
And you have to be aware of the warnings. So for me, I know I've gone too far if I don't know my code to withdraw money from the bank. If I lost my code, or if I need petrol for my car, and I stand there and I don't remember, then I know it's time to have a break. Then it's too much. And my brain doesn't work, or I forget names. That's another one. I forget names of people. Normally, I'm pretty good at remembering a name of a person. So it's really important, I think, that you have to know yourself. What are the signals that are telling yourself that you're not taking good care of yourself? Are you laying awake at night, in the middle of the night, can't sleep? Totally awake. Only thing that helps for me then is to write down things in my phone, make notes, and get it out of my head.
Yes.
Or do a meditation. Put my ears in, with my iPhone, and then in the morning I wake up still wearing the earbuds in.
We are the same, me and you. Yeah. We're so similar. A good brain dump is all you need sometimes to just get it out and let yourself relax, cut off from work. Just get it on paper, right?
Yeah, and also a good thing, what I've learned from another program is that if you journal before sleeping, so if you journal about the day, that might help you to sleep better.
Absolutely. What went well, what went wrong, what you can improve, right?
Yeah.
And then let yourself grow and relax. So what are your top 3 tips, Claudia? For top 5, top 3 tips, best tips for looking after the number 1 asset in your business, aka you or I or you guys watching. How can we start looking after ourselves so our businesses and our lives don't suffer in this entrepreneurial journey? Because, we do often forget about ourselves in the pursuit of wherever we are pursuing. Mm-hmm. So how would you recommend we look after ourselves, give ourselves some self-love and, nourish our body?
Yeah. Now, first of all, I want to talk about food, of course, because food is really the nutrition that you need. You can see yourself. So recently I told a client of mine that she thought about herself as a race car. And I told her, well, maybe you should see yourself as a race horse. So what are you feeding yourself as a race horse? Yes, we are women. And she loved that. She loved it. And now she says to herself,
I have to say it. Sorry, guys, you're watching. Yeah. I do have so much love for this woman right here. We love so much on our sessions. And now, racehorse, yeah? Why?
Racehorse. We are a racehorse. When you run a business, you have to see yourself as a racehorse. So what do you put in yourself? So that's what's giving you the energy.
Yeah.
So I'm 55 years old. I do outsurf everyone on the water currently. I'm 3-4 hours in a row. I'm on the water on a plant-based diet. Yes, on an apple or on vegetables, on some hazelnuts. I go for hours. People don't understand.
So impressive.
Yeah, but it really is. It is really something that my body can process easily, because the one thing, the one main issue that we are so unhealthy. I can talk for hours about it, because you can find a video on it online. Is since the 1985, the fast food has been introduced, and since then, people got sick.
And it's the most convenient thing to do for us entrepreneurs trying to grow a business when times, we've got families and partners and time's running low. What you want to do, or the takeaway, right?
Yes. But not only the takeaway, also what's in the supermarket. Everything that you can buy there, everything that you can buy that is packaged, you have to be careful. If it's packaged, I call it dead food. It's not longer alive. It's not longer alive, but we are eating it, and all the nutrients and all the fibers are taken out of it. It's replaced with chemical additives, so it will hold for months and months and months, sometimes even years.
Mm-hmm.
Would you give that to your racehorse?
No, I don't want to give it to my racehorse.
But we eat it,
Yeah, that's not good. So your number 1 tip is start eating clean, right?
Yeah, eat clean, eat natural. Eat natural. You don't need packages. You don't need sauces. You can make them yourself. It's really easy, and it's so much better.
By the way, guys, if you're watching this and you're thinking, okay, so I'm not going to eat fast food anymore. I want to have more energy and I want to feel better, so I look after myself. But how the hell do I find recipes for all this food? Well, if you join Claudia's group on Facebook, she does this incredible thing where each week she shares a really good recipe.
Yeah, and a fun recipe.
So you should check them out. So they're really good. But yeah, I do digress. You know me.
Yeah, okay. But it's also fun. So eat what nature provides. So eat fruits are good for you, vegetables, eat the color of the rainbow, eat a variation of food. Don't always stick to the same old food. So I turned plant-based in 2016. And I must say that I've learned more about cooking than all the years before. So it has been an enrichment for me. Anyways, I don't have to spend all the time talking about food, but that's the one thing. So keep in mind, eat natural, forget about the package as much as you can. If there's no other option, you have
to feed the horse if you want to win the race.
Yeah. If you want to win the race, then you go for the good food, the good stuff. And preferably biological.
What does that mean?
Biological food.
What does it mean?
It means that there is no pesticides used.
So like organic food.
Organic food. Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Because it has also been found that it's not good for our gut health, and our gut health is our second brain. Our gut is our second brain, and the good bacteria, they will die because of the pesticides.
That's not good. That's not good if you're working with your brain. And in this group, we're working with our brains a lot.
Yes. And if you eat plant-based, it's really good for your brain. But I will talk about it another time. Okay. Next, besides the eating, is of course have a good night's sleep. That means it's best not to be on your phone before you go to bed. Have your room dark. Have clean air in it. So a window open, so that you can really give your body time to recover. A lot of processes go on in the night, and that's really important for your health. And also, if you take good care of your health, then of your sleep, then it's also better in your decision making.
Absolutely.
Because otherwise you will make impulsive decisions that might be harmful for your business, and you would not want that.
That's so true. And when we wake up tired and when we've slept in unfresh air, is that how you say?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think so.
You do wake up tired, you've got less oxygen in your bloodstream, and you will have brain fog. You won't make your best decisions, but you won't produce your best work either. No. Right? Like it'll just be subpar in compared to what you could be like if you just allowed yourself to have the 8 hours and proper sleep hygiene.
Mm-hmm.
So that was a great tip, Claudia. Thank you so much for that. Let me know in the comments, guys, who struggles with sleeping. We've got William asking you a question here, Claudia. Yeah. Should I change diet gradually or should I just switch immediately? That's a good question.
It depends. So I went full in, but by accident, actually. So our daughter didn't like the look of dead meat, and she asked me, could we eat a bit more vegetarian? So a few times a week. And so our neighbor had a beautiful book. And she said, oh, you could try this. It's all with recipes with breakfast and lunch and dinner. It's all figured out. So you have a balanced menu. So we started to cook with it. And the first day it was raspberries with chocolate. So I said, oh my God, I really like this. So we could
they lured you in.
Yeah. Really, really nice. But it was a lot of work in the cooking. So Nadie, our daughter, she did the cooking. That was our deal. And then after a few days, we figured out there's no meat in it. There's no egg in it. And it's really tasty. So we will continue for 50 days. And then we go from there. But then we realized that we turned vegan. And we started to watch documentaries. Now, when you learn about how animals are taken care of in slaughteries, and with all the scandals that recently has happened in our country, we decided there and then that there was no return for us, so we would not need meat anymore. So we went 100% in, but your body will need some time to adapt. So you could also do it more gradually. And there's also
people, good, right? All change is good. If you can swap one meal a week for something more wholesome, something more raw, something more clean, that's success. If you can swap 2 next week, that's even better. Then gradual change is better than no change, right?
Yeah, but it depends on your character. If you're, and it depends on your motivation. So what are you doing?
If you're an all or nothing kind of person like us, you will do it immediately. But some people need slow adjustment.
Yeah, but it can be done slowly too. And within a few weeks, you could be as plant-based as you would like. And you could still have a combination or eat once a week a bit of meat. There are also people that only eat fish and they eat plant-based. There are all kind of types and categories of people.
Yes. Heather says, I only struggle when I have a Zoom call till 2 a.m. I think I know what you're hinting to, lady. Watch yourself. Watch yourself. So now we know we need to pay more attention to our nutrition and to what we put in our race horse. If we want to win the race, we need to put more clean, unpackaged, organic food into us. So we've got good fuel and we feel more energized.
Mm-hmm.
We need to have a good sleep hygiene, get our time in bed, switch off the screens, ventilate the room well, and enjoy our time in bed. Brain dump before you go to bed, right? Do some journaling, don't stop thinking about work when it's time for snoozy doos. What's the next one? What is another way we can look after ourselves?
Yeah, that is to schedule in me time. Time, M-E. And I notice when I'm busy, I tend to skip it. And then I realize, oh no, I'm in that loop again, that I want all the things being done. So me time is what is giving you the time, for instance, to a morning routine. So for me, a morning routine would be to visualize my future. I step into the future me, my 2.0 version.
Yes.
I also like to read something that inspires me, or watch a TED video, or listen to a training that I'm from one of my mentors or people that I admire, or there's always something that I'm learning.
Mm-hmm.
So that gives me energy in the morning.
Inspiration, right? Creativity, new ideas. That's always good to wake up to that rather than scrolling on social media, searching for dopamine hit that doesn't cut.
Yes. And you can use that inspiration again for your own content in that way. So you use it for yourself, but at the same time, it's working out in your business. And it's a relaxed way to start the day, and not if you try to manage your inbox, it's the agenda of other people most of the time.
Yeah.
So I let it be. I just scroll through it, and then there comes a time that I just do Control, I'll delete. I delete it all. Yes. Yeah. But don't try to handle that. Just handle yourself, and put yourself in your planning for the week.
Absolutely. We always talk about our daily non-negotiables, and if you've been here for a while, you probably heard me banging on about it. And all my clients know I keep banging on about them. But the most important daily non-negotiable should be your time, right? So whatever you do, if you time block your calendar or whatever, just put it in. If if you want to spend time with your friends, pop it in the calendar and make sure that it's a busy time, not available for other things that can come into it. When you want to have a bath with a glass of wine, there's no judgment here. Schedule it in your diary and make sure that you have that bath.
Yes.
Not because you've got emails to catch up with, you give up on yourself, right?
Mm-hmm.
Pop it in your diary, guys. This is the most important time. We build these businesses to have more freedom, and we kill the freedom in the process sometimes, right? Mm-hmm. So we have to incorporate that into our schedule. That's a great tip, Claudia. Thank you. Is there another one that you'd like to share?
Let me see what I have. Yeah, it's also a good thing to say no.
Boundaries. We spoke about it last week, guys.
And that was a few years ago when I still had my marketing business. I always said yes to everything. So as long as I like to work for someone, that always has been one of my standards. I never went for the money, but just to help someone out with what I know, what I could help someone with. But before I knew, I was sitting once a week with a really nice guy. He had a shop selling computers, and I was building websites. But as I was building websites, although I loved the writing stuff, I couldn't scale that business. So I ended up in coming somewhere with my business where I didn't want to end up. Mm-hmm. I didn't want to be the one doing all the work and just exchanging hours for money.
Absolutely.
And with a lot of back and forth, because it's now people that build websites, they know that people can be picky, and they want a different website that would be best for them. So in that moment, I made a decision for myself to think about what would I like my ideal business to be like. So the moment I notice that it's going in another direction that I want, then I say, oh no, wait a minute, hang on. I still want to be able to go windsurfing.
Yes.
That's the aim. I want freedom. I want to make an impact in the world, but I don't want to work all the time and don't have any fun.
Otherwise, you're just getting yourself another job.
Yes. But it's so dangerous if you're doing your business alone, especially if you don't have a coach. Mm-hmm. You just work, and there's no one you can talk to.
That will call you out on it, right?
Yeah.
And everyone around you will be like, yeah, well, if you want it, then spend all of your time doing it. And then you go on YouTube, and then you've got, like, I love Gary Vee, but then you've got all these Gary V's and all his videos saying hustle, grind, work 70-hour weeks till you bleed. And people are like, oh yeah, grind culture, let's hustle.
Yeah.
And they don't do any of these things. They stop believing that rest is good. They feel guilty about taking a day off. They feel guilty about saying no. They feel guilty about sleeping. Mm-hmm. This whole 5 a.m. club, guys, come on. We can get things done in a day. Just have to have systems, processes, strategies. We don't have to wake up at 5 a.m. to get things done. I mean, unless you love to. I mean, I do know people who love it, but no, not in this house. So these were really good tips. So let's wrap them up again. We've got feed yourself well, prioritize your nutrition, eat organic. Tip number 1 from Claudia. To look after yourself, prioritize your sleep. Switch off your screen, ventilate the room, sleep well. Okay, let yourself sleep well. Schedule me time. Make it your daily non-negotiable, weekly non-negotiable, and monthly non-negotiable. If you like windsurfing, go windsurf. If you like dancing, go dance. If you want to see your friends, go and see your friends. If you want to sit in a bath and have a glass of wine with some bubbles, do it. If you want to sit in a car and listen to some radio while no kids are screaming around you, allow yourself to have that, right? And learn to say no. Did I get it right?
Yep, totally.
Amazing. This is so helpful, Claudia. Thank you so much for doing this today. I'd love to know, guys, in the comments. I'd love you to tell me what are some of the best ways that you like looking after yourself, and what are some of the ways that you do implement some self-love, self-care, and boundaries into your business. And what is that vision for your business, like that you love, that you want to have, that doesn't include those 80-hour weeks and sleepless nights, right? On the kappa soup.
Yeah. Yeah, and the biggest mistake I made as an entrepreneur, looking back, is that I wanted to do it all by myself. So I was always, I'm still learning, but not with the idea of wanting to do everything myself, but learning what I found interesting and what's making me a better coach. So currently, I've invested in a training about food and about the science of coaching and the science of food. That's awesome. It's something that interests me. And other people say, well, you're 55. Why do you stay studying? But it's good for our brain. So I will never stop with, the moment I stop growing myself, I will die from the inside. I know it's fun for me. So it's giving me.
Don't listen to those people that tell you to stop learning because you're a certain age. No. You're 50. That means you've got 50 years left at least.
I say the best is yet to come.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Absolutely. Do you know what? There will always be people that say there's too late for something. Mm-hmm. Well, it's never too late for anything. Never. No. Never. So I love that. I hope you're enjoying that course as well.
I do.
That's so good. So good. Yes. Deborah says, I'm 54 and I'm not stopping for anyone. No. Tell them to stop if that's what they want to do.
Yes.
It's not good for their brains, right? Yeah, it's just an advice of people who can't be bothered.
Yeah.
And that's not our fault. It's not our journey to make them feel otherwise, right? So Claudia, thank you so much for today. How can people find you? If they want to know some of your recipes and hear some more of your amazing self-care, confidence, and body transformation tips.
Yes. I have a group, the Eat for Change group, but I've called it the Plant-Based Made Easy. I've given you the link.
Yes, I'm going to share it in the comments after this video.
Yes.
And in the post, so you can guys join this amazing community. Yes. And maybe you'll be tempted to try that vegan diet life.
Yeah, everyone is welcome there. I don't ask you to take a test before you join us. I just want to inspire you, and I already did. I learned that people turned vegan again after following some of my free resources.
Amazing.
So that's fun for me. But every week we will do your questions answered. So I will do a free masterclass, and every week I have a free recipe.
Nice.
And the idea is that our body is not made for weight loss, but I found a way that you can have your body work with you instead of against you, and still have the fun in life, because I allow you to have guilty pleasures. There's no saying no with me. If my husband says you can't have that, and I say then I choose not to have it, or I choose to have it.
Yes.
There is not anything that's forbidden, but there are healthier choices. But sometimes you want to have fun, and then you do, but without the guilt. So if that's what resonates with you, and you're curious about what plant-based can do for your health, you're welcome to join the group. And you're always welcome to DM me if any questions, and I can see if I can help you from there. And I have on the website eatforchangechallenge.com.
Yeah.
I have 10 time hacks. And the 10 time hacks are my unique system and approach of how you can plan your food and the entire logistics, so to say. I'm kind of practical girl. And
it takes time, right?
Yeah, and it can save you up till 4 hours each week. 4 hours.
Guys, what could you do with those extra 4 hours that you save on cooking each week?
Yes.
Right? Get a massage, book more discovery calls, create amazing piece of content, go and see friends. Right? So many different things. Go and download them at eatforchangechallenge.com.
Yes.
They're free to download.
Yes.
Amazing.
And lastly, I have a Facebook page with the idea of making the world aware of that we need change. Because if more people would eat more plant-based, so climate is really hot right now. In our country, there has been a recent gathering of 1,000 people all over the world, digital, about the climate change. And there's really a lot of things going wrong in the world. And we're not taking care of ourselves, but also of our world with the resources we have.
Yeah.
So things need to change. So I started a small Facebook group, and I would like people to share the news or if they found something interesting about innovation, about sustainability, about health and plant-based food. So it's more than just plant-based for health. Then they're welcome to join, to like the Facebook group and to share it. Because we only need 5 till 10% awareness all over the world to really make a change. So we need.
Wow, that's so powerful, Claudia.
Yeah, we need change makers, but I can't do it alone. I have 2 businesses, so I need you to cooperate with me and get some change, some positive change, and we can only change ourselves, and that's all we have to focus on.
I am so proud of you, and I love hearing about your mission and vision for this and how much you want to change the world with your message and how important it is for all of us and the future generations to come to save the planet. And I love that you really put your heart and soul into this. So guys, go ahead and support the Facebook page as well. And yeah, check out what this amazing, incredible human is up to. Thank you so much for today, Claudia.
You're welcome.
You're awesome. But we already know that. And I'll bring it back soon, guys. Thank you for today. Bye.
Thank you. Bye-bye.